All right, guys. So
I don't actually want to do this.
well we're going to. This was an unexpected. So today's episode is turning into 2 because we are currently applying Chase for The Bachelor. So height is 4'11".
You bitch. I'm 5'11". Why are you being
Chase,
an
you're
asshole?
not 5'11".
Yes,
You're
I
5'10".
am. I'm 5'11".
Chase, if we measured you, you would be 5'10".
You're not even going to give me that damn inch?
All right, fine. I'll give you an inch. Everyone needs an inch every now and then. Weight.
Let's dig deeper on that. Who are you talking about there, Savannah?
Weight is what? Like 175? Yeah.
Bitch, I'm 165.
No, I think you're... Okay, we'll go with it. Do you have children?
Actually, I'm 170. I'm 170.
Okay. Do you have children?
I don't think so.
Let's hope not. Have you been married before?
No.
No.
Thank God.
Occupation.
Tell America's sweetheart, comedian,
Okay.
actor,
I'm just going to do
philanthropist.
actor, philanthropist, my ass.
There's this guy that was holding a sign up said that he was saving money for hookers and blow. I gave him a 20.
Oh,
That's
my
philanthropy.
gosh. What's your phone number?
Oh.
Oh, I got to put your phone number on here.
Don't put my phone number on there. Savannah. I'm going to get a call in like a week. Like, hey, you want to go to The Bachelor?
Yeah, you are. Chase, this is going to be great, okay? And I'm going to
Savannah,
make sure.
I literally just said I don't want to be with a girl that's trying to get famous.
Well, we're going to get you famous.
I am already.
But you're not like as famous as you could be, you know?
I don't give a shit.
Like, you guys take one for the team. Do you know how great this would be for
Savannah,
the new show?
I've been taking one for the team for the last decade.
No, Chase, you really haven't. Come on.
I didn't see you sitting with Nanny Faye in the ice cold, trying to get her lines out.
Okay, well, all right, your email.
Thank you, Chase.
I'm sorry, I was too busy being successful, Chase. Hold on. Street. All right, all right, I'll do all that in a minute, but let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. What's the next big city near you? I'm just going to say Nashville.
We're in Nashville, Savannah.
Atlanta? Maybe?
I ain't going to Atlanta. And I don't want no broad from Atlanta.
Have you ever applied before? No. Have you ever attended a Bachelor casting event? No. Why would you like to be on the show?
For the fantasy suite.
Oh, I'm just going to say Chase's sister, Savannah, is applying him.
Because he wants to find love.
Is that what it is? Hold on.
Am I the only one that wants love anymore?
Chase, I do. Trust me, I like fun love. Chase's sister, Savannah.
You just don't like cheap love.
Nah, I've done that before. It's not fun. Not fun. Okay, so what should we say? I truly do believe that Chase... What? I truly do believe...
What's the question?
Why I'm applying you.
To find love. It's that simple. Find a wife that can be a good mama and we can have a bunch of babies.
Hopeless. I'm just gonna say Chase is a hopeless romantic. I truly do.
Why was the what was that for?
I mean, you kind of are. Like, you're like a little like too sappy sometimes.
Sorry, I'm in touch with my feelings and my emotional side, Savannah.
You're a little too emotional.
Maybe you should tap into some of that.
Hey.
It's like fucking locker room talk with you.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean.
It's been hard to find the... Let's see. I'm just going to say, let's find him love.
God almighty.
Okay. Dude, this is going to be great. Oh my gosh, we got to put in your Facebook handle, your Instagram handle, we got to do a picture of you.
You can do all that shit later.
Chase, this is going to be great. So you're going to go on The Bachelorette probably, and then you're not going to find love.
I'm not going on The Bachelorette.
Then you're not going to find love, and then you're going to be The Bachelor.
Savannah, do you know how territorial I am? You think that I'm going to be stuck in a house with a bunch of dudes chasing after the same girl? no chance.
Dude, we're competitive. I would love, like,
I'm not doing that.
like, I know I'm great. So
Then why don't you fill? Why don't I fill one out for you?
I would go on The Bachelorette. I would be The Bachelorette, 100%.
And I'll be the Bachelor, but that's it. I'm not doing the Bachelorette.
Okay, we need your, what's your Instagram handle? Oh, it's just Chase Chrisley, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so this dude, you're going to be famous.
I already fucking am.
You're going to be famous. Just saying.
I don't care about that. I want to find love, Savannah.
Do you really want to find love?
Yes, without a doubt. Unconditional love, not conditional love like I've had in the past.
Okay, I'm just going to go to Google and get a good picture of you, okay? For us to put on there. Chase Chrisley. We're going to find one, though, to where you don't look, like, thick, you know? Because we've got to find, like, the perfect one. I kind of like you as, like, a business guy.
I cannot be thick, Savannah.
What?
Just shoot me the number of who I need to call.
Hey. I got no shame in my game. None whatsoever.
We're well aware.
None whatsoever.
My time's running out, Savannah.
Well, hold on. We just have to finish submitting you. I have to figure out
What picture are you going to do?
Shift Command 4 to where you like look like a badass professional, even though
I am badass.
Okay. Oh. No thanks.
What?
Oh, nothing. You just didn't look great in that photo. Hold on. Choose file.
Dude, maybe the reason why I've had issues with relationships is because I've been beaten the hell down by my inner circle my entire life.
Chase, we all make each other better.
Savannah, that's just not true.
We all make each other
That's
better.
not true. Everybody, Dad has always made you better.
I submitted you. You are submitted.
Are you shitting me?
Thank you for your submission.
That's not funny.
Dude, you're submitted.
I'm not doing it.
Dude, I think it would be
They're not even going to
great.
call.
Dude, if they call, this is going to be epic. Epic. So, you're submitted. So, you're going to be on The Bachelorette or Bachelor.
I'm not doing the Bachelorette.
You could be The Bachelor.
I would be a bachelor.
This,
I already am a bachelor.
This is great. Okay, so you're going to do that, and I'm going to sit back
Okay,
and
hang
make
on
my
a second.
percentage.
No.
What?
No. We did mine. Now we're doing yours. Oh, yeah. Apply. Here we go.
Stop. No, we're not.
I want to apply for the Bachelorette. Okay.
No.
Tell
right?
us about yourself. Savannah Lucifer Chrisley.
Shut up.
Year you were born 97.
Chase, we're not.
Oh,
why?
oh,
No, you
oh,
need
yeah,
the
we are.
fame. You need the fame. I don't need the fame. I have enough.
So we literally have the same job.
No, yeah, but like I just have
Because
quite.
you're a female.
I have quite a larger following.
Yeah, because you post scandalous ass pictures.
I do not post scandalous
How
photos.
tall are you? You're 5'7"?
Yes.
Weight?
150.
Bitch, you hadn't seen 150 in your life.
Yes, I have. I'm like 150, 155.
Savannah, just no way.
Yes. I carry it well. I'm telling you. Ain't no shame. Thick thighs save lives over here.
I don't even know what to say. Okay, 150. Children.
None.
Have you been married?
Technically.
No. You haven't popped any out of your hoo-ha.
No, I have not. Have I ever been married? No, thank God.
Occupation. Let me have fun with this one.
Actress. Real estate entrepreneur.
Did you put that for me?
I did. Business
didn't.
owner.
Damn, this bitch doesn't have autocorrect.
Do business owner. Dude, I'm a catch.
Yeah. You're a catch. Out of the psych ward.
This will be great.
Okay, phone number is, I'm going to say it out loud.
Yeah, that would be great. Let's not. Honestly, though.
Shh. I'm going to enjoy this.
I could bring.
615.
Stop.
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Lord have mercy.
This episode of Unlocked is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Let's face it, sometimes multitasking can be, well, overwhelming. Like when your favorite podcast is playing and the person next to you is talking and your car fan is blasting, all while you're trying to find the perfect parking spot. But then again, sometimes multitasking is easy. Like quoting with Progressive Insurance, they do the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that always works for you, even if it's not with them. Give their nifty comparison tool a try, and you might just find getting the rate and coverage you deserve is easy. All you need to do is visit Progressive's website to get a quote with all the coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection. Then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options from other companies all lined up and ready to compare, so it's simple to choose the rate and coverages that you like. Press play on comparing auto rates. Quote at progressive.com to join over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive.
Honestly, though,
I can't wait to get to your pictures.
What does that mean?
I don't know if we're going to go we're going to go for the classy Savannah, or we're going to go for the Ronda Rousey Savannah.
Ronda Rousey? Since when do I resemble Ronda Rousey?
Or maybe it's not Ronda Rousey. Whenever you chopped all your hair off.
Oh my God. No, we're not doing that. We're going to go for sophisticated, classy.
Yeah, but then you talk, Savannah, and it fucks it all up.
No, it does not. Dude, I love Jesus, but I like to cuss a little. No shame in that.
Okay.
Dude, you're not filling this out.
Why would you like to be on the
not.
show? I would like to be on the show because all of my relationships have been a shit show. And I'd finally like to find a man instead of a boy.
You did not.
Instead of a boy. I truly believe in true love. Even though my heart is cold.
You're not submitting this.
It's cold at times.
Chase, if you had to deal with the amount of shit that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Savannah, you've been cold since you were 3.
No, I have not. I was a sweet child.
You got TikTok?
No, yeah, I do. It's just Savannah Chrisley. Everything's just Savannah Chrisley.
Okay, let's see here. Savannah Chrisley.
All you have to do is just type in my name.
Savannah's like, don't submit me, but here's my TikTok.
No, but really.
That one?
Jace, do not. Just go to my Instagram. Just go to my Instagram, and then you can screenshot a photo.
No, I got one right here.
No, let me see.
This is a good one.
Let me see if it's good.
It's good,
No, you
Savannah.
don't get to,
you don't put pictures out there.
You're not submitting me. Don't submit me. But if you're going to submit me, let me pick the photo.
How do I copy?
Stop. Let me see. I'll do it. All I have to do is screenshot. But let me pick it. You don't get to pick it. This isn't fair. Y'all, I want to know in the comments, have you ever had anyone to submit you for a dating show? If so, have they done you as bad as my brother just did me?
Savannah, what are you talking about?
Let me see the photo.
I did a good one.
Let me see.
That one.
Okay, that's good. That's a cute photo. He did me good. He did me all right there. But don't submit me. I don't want it. Really don't. I really do not. But guys, would you like to see Chase on The Bachelorette or as The Bachelor?
I'm just gonna get my heart broken again.
You probably will get your heart broken again. Not gonna lie. But you'll eventually find someone. It may just be in like 10, 15 years.
Fuck, I hope not.
That would be kind of brutal. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll be 40.
What are you working on over there?
I'm actually putting a good one. I'm actually doing this.
You're like invested in this.
Consent. Boom! Guess what? Savannah is submitted as well.
I'm not.
All right, so we're gonna see on the next episode. We'll figure out who got accepted or denied, and with my luck, my ass will get denied.
No. Y'all, he would make for such
Good television.
Good TV.
No.
Such good TV.
Why do you think you're sitting here, Savannah?
Oh,
Because I brought you here.
go take a walk. I'm telling you. So if they call, what are you going to say?
Do I get to see the girls first?
No, I mean, that's not really how it works.
Well, I don't know how it works. Oh,
I
I got a
don't
bad
think
knee. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, so if
Depends
they
on the
call,
pay. Depends on the pay.
If they call, you're going to do it.
Yeah. If I'll do it, if they call and you do it.
I'm getting my publicist on this and you're going on.
No, if I do it, if they say yes to me and they say yes to you, you have to do it too. That's a deal. That's a deal.
Fingers crossed. Legs crossed.
Savannah, you thirsty bitch. You would do it in a heartbeat.
No, I would not.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, what's this, my arm?
I mean, it's not like me to turn down a show opportunity.
Clearly.
No. Y'all, this is going to be... Chase is already nervous.
Savannah, I literally, I don't get nervous on camera.
This will be...
And if I don't end up on The Bachelor, maybe it'll be on OnlyFans.
Oh, dear God. You and OnlyFans. I can't.
There's a lot of money to be made.
Well, Chase...
You don't even have to show everything.
You don't?
Just the tip.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, this is not that kind of show. Dear God.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to show anything.
Okay.
I'm going to go and do lingerie.
So what? We're going to go on OnlyFans and talk about Jesus? No, I don't think that's how it
No,
works.
I'm going to go on OnlyFans and I don't know what's going to happen.
You're not going on OnlyFans.
Depends on how many subscribers I get.
Oh, my gosh. Ugh.
I'll do some nasty shit for a check.
Trust me, I know. I know. You sold your feet.
And I'll sell them again.
You literally sold feet pics.
Yeah. 3 times.
That is atrocious.
Really?
Yeah.
You know how much I made?
Dude, you've got the ugliest feet.
Bitch, I've got beautiful feet.
They're Fred Flintstone
No,
feet.
Savannah, you look like
They're Papa Harvey's.
No, they're not. No, they're
Yes,
not.
they are.
My feet and Dad's feet look exactly the same. You,
Oh,
Savannah,
my gosh.
Savannah, you look like you're about to fucking dunk on somebody.
Chase,
You have some
Yours-
gnarly ass feet. You literally look like you could dunk on someone. Don't give it away for free.
Feet. I have really pretty
Don't give it away for free.
I have pretty feet. You and Dad do not have the same feet. Dude, how are you even going to say that?
Savannah, this is like for a woman that is like stands up for women and body positivity. You body shame me more than anybody I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, here we go.
You do. You're a body shamer. Savannah's a body shamer.
You're such a liar. I'm all about body positivity.
Yeah, for yourself.
I cannot with you. I really dislike you.
I already knew that.
Well, I am excited to hear what happens with your bachelor's submission.
I hope it's somewhere cool.
What do you mean?
Like I hope it's like in, I don't know, somewhere tropical. I don't want to go cold.
Okay, so you're already planning like location. So you've already accepted it in your mind.
Dude, I'll do it. We shook on it.
Yep.
We shook on it.
So in the next few episodes, guys, hopefully we have an update for you.
What if I get picked?
That will be the funniest day of my life.
I'm going to have to, Savannah's not going to be allowed on family day.
I will be allowed on family day.
No. Great. I didn't even think this was going to happen. And now I came here to do a damn podcast and got signed up for The Bachelor.
See, you never know what you're going to get with me.
That's
Never know what you're going to get. Just depends on the day. And today we showed up winning. Come on. I love you.
Yeah, I love you. Thank you.
Thank you for doing my podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm probably going to get sued after this, but thanks.
It's fine. It's nothing we're not used to.
What's one more?
What's one more? All right. I love you. Thank
Love
you.
Thanks for having me. You got my wiring info.
Until next time.
Welcome back to Unlocked. Ugh.
Uncle Octopus?
I know.
Uncle Octopus is the new name of the podcast.
Welcome back to Unlocked, guys. As you can tell, there's going to be no shortage of laughs today because I have on Stormy Warren.
Hey, pal.
Welcome. Hey, this is a change of pace for you.
It's weird being on this side of it. So if I accidentally flip it around and start asking you questions, just throw something at me.
I will. Y'all, Stormy has been on air for 40 years.
This year.
You'll know him from SiriusXM, The Highway, my favorite channel to listen to. I keep it on in my car all the time. Smart, yes. So 40 years. We just talked about this before coming on. You were started on air at 13.
Yeah, I started working for a radio station in Tulsa called 14K 92K. It was AM and FM simulcast. And there was a program director by the name of Mel Myers who, for whatever reason, took me under his wing after a school field trip and just said, "You really want to do this, don't you?" I said, "More than anything in the world." And he goes, "Well, come back tomorrow." And I came back the next day and the next day and the next, and never left.
No way.
And I did anything. I worked for free records, concert tickets, because I was too young for them to actually pay me.
You.
Yeah. And so it took about a year and a half before they actually could start paying me. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So when did you come to Nashville?
Came to Nashville in 1993, November of 93. Thanks to the guy on your shirt. Charlie Daniels. Without him, I would not be in Nashville.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, tell that story.
He was my very first interview when I was working in the TV side of things for CNN. And it was a show called Showbiz Today in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And I was obsessed with Charlie Daniels. And I got an opportunity to do a story for the first time as a field producer for the show, Showbiz Today. And the producer goes, okay, you haven't really done this a lot, so why don't you just pick somebody? I'll give you a cameraman and an editor. If put together a 2.5-minute story, it's good enough, we'll air it. And then you get to do another one. If not, you're back to the drawing board.
Oof.
So I figured I only had one shot at it, so why not just pick your all-time childhood idol? And so I did. And I reached out to Charlie Daniels' office in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, from L.A., and they said, well, Charlie's actually going to be in Southern California in a couple of weeks. Will that work? I said, that would be wonderful. And did the interview. I sucked as an interviewer.
Why?
This is me. I had a pad of paper. You're Charlie. I mean, so Charlie, you play a pretty mean fiddle, right? That was me. I mean, it was the world's worst interview of all time.
No.
But he answered it like, Walter Cronkite or Dan Rather or Anderson Cooper or whoever your favorite news guy is asking the questions.
Wow.
So it didn't matter what was coming out of my mouth. He gave me everything I needed for the story, which is amazing. And that's just the kind of guy he was. And from that point forward, we developed a friendship, and he came out to L.A. for a few more years, and we did more interviews with him, and I got him on more programs and got Charlie Daniels' name back out there the way it deserved to be. After, Devil Went Down to Georgia and Simple Man and all the success that he's had, he was still putting out really great records. So it was fun to celebrate what he was currently doing. And he took notice of that. And he finally said, one day, son, you're going to move to Nashville. I said, Nashville? And I thought of it as like Oz, Wizard of Oz. I'd never been there. Seen it on TV on the Nashville Network. You're too young to even remember the Nashville Network.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it was based here in Nashville, and it was a country music themed and country lifestyle cable network.
Wow.
It was everywhere, and it had a huge slice of the pie for television viewing, and it was a big deal. And I watched it every day, and Charlie goes, you need to come work for TNN. I said, okay. And he wrote me a letter of recommendation, and said, my wife will help you find a house to live in, and why don't you come on out? 2 weeks later, I loaded up my truck and moved to Nashville.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really special. I would not be able to do anything without Charlie, without the program director at 13 years old, without Charlie Daniels, and a few other big believers in my life over the years. But
for sure.
But Charlie, I always say all my life, there's always been Charlie Daniels, because I bought his first album at 9 years old. And then I did my first interview with him at 19 years old.
Holy cow.
And then he was there when I launched my own TV show, Country Music Across America at the time in 2003.
Okay.
And he was at the big press conference to announce it. And then I spoke at his Lifetime Achievement Award celebration for leadership music as a surprise guest. And that I thought that was going to be the crown jewel of my relationship with Charlie.
Yeah.
And it was. But then the full circle moment came in 2020 after he passed. And his manager, David Corlew, called me up and said, would you mind officiating his service?
Oh, gosh.
So from 9 years old to officiating his funeral service. That
gives me goosebumps.
It was an amazing. So when I see a Charlie Daniels shirt, I hear his name. I hear his music. He's always a part.
That's literally such a God thing.
Yeah.
Like that I just chose to wear this today and had no idea.
That's amazing. I thought it was like, oh, she's done her research.
No, had absolutely, you know what? I'll take credit for it. I did my research. Had no idea.
Yeah, he was my hero. He was my friend. My kids called him Uncle Charlie, and his wife Hazel is amazing. Charlie Jr., his son, the Paula, BB, David, Angela, the entire organization I've known for 30 years.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's such an awesome story. And then how did you end up at SiriusXM, the highway?
Well, because of the radio background, and I worked at Pirate Radio in Los Angeles. If you want to Google Pirate Radio, it was the most magnificent radio station ever
Wow.
born. It was the most creative launch. They did everything right, except Nirvana came in and changed the whole format of music, and they disappeared after 2 years. But other than that, It was a perfect radio station. And I always loved radio, but when I moved out to Nashville, TV was where I was headed.
Yeah.
And so I did TV for a while until finally John Anthony, who was the program director at SiriusXM, reached out to me and he goes, Stormy, you've done radio before, right? I said, yes, it's my first love. And he goes, well, prepare to love it again. He goes, we want you to come to the highway. And this is when it was split. It was Sirius and XM.
Okay.
Before the merger. So I was working for XM, the highway at that time.
Wow. And I love the highway. Like, absolutely love it. And too,
So
I
do
will
I.
say, yeah, of course. I will say it had a special place in my heart when MC was on the highway.
Yeah, Mary Carlisle, our mutual buddy,
Yes.
a little sister to me, a big sister to you.
Literally. So, y'all, MC, a lot of people who follow me have seen photos of me and MC. I met MC before I ever moved to Nashville.
Oh, wow.
So I was dating like a wannabe musician, and then
Why?
I know why. Why? I should have learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And so
The first time.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Stormy. Remember whose podcast you're on. Remember. And I met her when I was 16. So almost 10 years I've known MC.
Yeah.
And just like the greatest human being ever. And I remember when she got the job at the highway.
As my co-host.
Yes, as your co-host. And I had never seen a human being more grateful and more excited. And she just that was her goal. That was her dream. And it was it was such an honor to watch.
And it was such an honor for me to see how much passion and dedication and effort and work and drive she put into her job. I mean, she came in with zero radio experience and said, I don't care. I'll learn it. I'll figure it out. And she did beyond the most creative, fun, energetic, and typical one-of-a-kind, unique MC way.
Yes, all the segments you guys would do and the funny things in the mornings. There was something about a straw at one point.
Yeah, does a straw have one hole or two holes?
Yes, does it have one hole or two holes? That was one of my favorite
And what's
things.
your answer?
I mean, I would say one.
It makes sense, right?
It makes sense, but technically two.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But it's stuff like that made her so unique.
Yeah.
So it's funny though, because I don't remember when the first time was that I met you.
I do. And it was at the ACM Awards, and I was presenting.
Okay. Yes.
And your dad.
Me and Dad were presenting as well.
And he was complaining that you weren't wearing enough clothes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. He goes, do you know how much that dress cost? He goes, there's no fabric to this dress. It's completely. Why even wear a dress at this point?
Yes, that's very okay. Now it all registers. Yes, that is.
But that was the first time you and I met.
Okay. Yeah, I was half clothed.
You were
guys.
half clothed.
Great. That is okay. So ACMs, and then too, people don't realize how small of a town Nashville is.
Yeah.
So
we all know the same people.
We all know the same people. We've all run into each other. And then I recently did SiriusXM, the Highway morning
came on
show.
our show.
Came on the morning show, and I will say, what I tell people about you is how much respect I have for you after that morning, because it was a great morning. It really was. We had fun. I feel like your ratings were probably definitely up that morning.
Off the charts.
Off the charts.
I mean, you could hear them ticking as you were talking.
But you had made a comment that was, you were an asshole, for lack of a better term.
Sure.
And at MC's baby shower, you walked up to me and said, hey, Savannah, I just want to apologize to you. What I said was uncalled for. I should not have done it.
Sure.
And I'm sorry. And the amount of respect I had for you in that moment, I mean, you have no idea. I literally tell everyone, I'm like, Stormy is a class act.
I appreciate that, and I will apologize to you again here on your podcast. I don't like doing that, and it you know, we get caught up in the moment sometimes, and just
and you get caught up in the
words
headlines.
come out. Yeah, and words come out without a thought of the implication, without a thought of what actually was going through your head about the whole situation.
Yeah.
And I took advantage of it, and I apologize.
And that, literally, you have no idea, because going through what we're going through, and as a child, and hearing stuff about your parents, and I just remember that morning, like when it was said, I just remember like my whole body getting hot, you know?
And I saw it.
And I was like, I don't know how to respond to this, you know, and I like weaseled my way through it. But
you did a great job. I mean, like you were in a really difficult situation that I put you in, and you handled it amazingly. But it was wrong.
No, I have so much respect for you. Literally, anyone that I speak to,
and
I'm
right
like,
back at you, by the way.
I've been in situations where people have said hurtful stuff, and it's just they go on about it, they continue to do it, they whatever, and I'm like, I've never encountered someone who like came out to me and was like, you know what, I'm really sorry. I should not have said that. And I feel like that's what we need more of in today's day and age.
Accountability. It's accountability.
Exactly.
And if you can't hold yourself accountable, how do you expect to hold anybody else accountable?
Exactly. And that's how growth happens. And that's how we all make mistakes. And it doesn't mean your relationship with someone has to be over. If you can take accountability for it and say, I'm sorry, then let's move on.
It could actually build a relationship.
It can't. That's what I will say with you. That moment in time, I was like, okay, like I want to get to know Stormy better.
Yeah.
I love Storm. Like just a simple apology like that. I was like, that tells me all I need to know about him.
Well, thank you for saying that. But again, I will continue to apologize for that moment.
Hey, one apology is enough. That's what my dad's always taught me. He's like, hey, truce. Okay. One apology is enough. But that I was like, that was awesome. But even that morning, though, I had so much fun with you.
It was great. And you're such a fun person on air and just in person, too. You're no different. I mean, it's like what you see here is what is her 24/7. I mean, it's wonderful. It's like you are a ball of energy, a ball of just spirit.
Well, you have to. You know, I'm like, life is already depressing enough as it is.
Yeah.
So, like, start acting how you want to feel is really how I feel.
Manifest it. Yeah.
And, too, I mean, I would make a great co-host because I know the majority of the guys you have on your show, so it's great.
We won't go there.
No, it was really funny because that morning,
I don't want to get in trouble again.
No, you're never gonna get in trouble again. We can be honest. That morning too, you called me out about the Matt Stell stuff.
I did.
And I was like, damn it, Stormy, why did you have to do that? And too, it was like, thank God though. I was like, yeah, he's a cool guy, but not for me.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great.
Yeah. So that was really funny that morning.
You have an unabashed honesty about you that makes it easy to ask those questions.
Yeah, because my thing is, it's like if I've done something, I will take full accountability for.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my life because I would rather tell my story before someone else does.
Sure. And for me, for what I do, that is so inviting. It makes it really for a fun dialogue to know that you're going to get an unfiltered, honest response, whatever the question. And maybe that's why I pushed it too far that time, is because I felt I could.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And it's stuff like that where I'm like, and too, Nashville's a small town, so everyone knows everything really already. You know, it may not be national news, but
I always try to tell people is that if you try to keep something secret in this town, you're wasting so much energy.
Oh, so much energy.
So much energy.
Nothing is a secret.
12 people have already told 12 more people by the time you've thought about trying to cover up your tracks.
Exactly, because I was talking to someone and I get a call from MC one day, all the way in Florida, and MC's like, Savannah, what is this? And I was like, calm down. How did you find out about that?
Yeah, it's a small town.
It really is.
Yeah, it's you learn that very early when you're in town.
Oh, yes, I most certainly did. So what would you say? You're obviously day to day. You do red carpet stuff. You do what? Looking back on all the interviews you've done, what is the biggest regret you have in an interview?
That's funny. I like that question. Regret in an interview, it's a repeating offense with one particular gentleman. He knows this, so I can say this. But Garth Brooks.
Yep.
He's a genius when it comes to preparation for an interview.
Okay.
For the receiving end of an interview, where he knows exactly how much information he wants to give out, how he wants to deliver it, and finds a way, no matter what your questions are, to control the narrative to wherever he needs to go. And it's brilliant. There's nothing bad about that. That's called
that's
called owning your brand and doing being good at your job. But I find it a challenge every single time to try to find the little crack, to find something. And, a question I could ask. Trust me, I've pissed him off too, so you're not alone. I've had to apologize to him too a few times. But again, it's the challenge of it that I love.
Yeah.
And I'll go back and listen to or watch an interview with him every single time and see something so obvious that he dropped as a little bone. Like, pick that up.
Yeah.
Pick that up. Pick that up and run with that. I want you to pick that up. I'm not going to give it to you. You gotta. And I miss it. And I just bulldoze right over it. I'm just like, how did you miss this?
How the hell? That would have been a headline if I would have picked it up.
And many of them would have been. Mm-hmm. Many. And now it's to the point where after an interview, he just smiles at me and goes, missed again. And I'm like, God dang it.
Oh.
Man, so I throw things at monitors at the television studio when I'm watching them back going, how did I miss this?
Hey, honestly, that would be like a great segment for you.
Yeah.
Is to replay back interviews and
funny you should say that.
Replay them back and then say like, shit, this is what he was talking about.
Absolutely. And it happens more often than you think, because what he did without him knowing, or maybe he did it on purpose, I don't know, but he trained me.
Yeah.
And so for every interview since the very first one, he read my questions upside down one time on a notepad. I had a notepad on my lap, and we're sitting just like we are. And he was looking across, just kept staring down at my notepad. I'm like, you're reading my questions, aren't you? He goes, yes, sir. I'm like, wow. And he goes, so from that point forward, he taught me never to have notes. And I've never had notes for an interview.
Well,
from that point.
because you have notes, you're not getting.
You're not connected.
You're not connecting. No, because they're too worried about what's on your notes.
Absolutely. You're going, okay, what's next? What do I have to ask? What do I have to? I'd rather miss bullet points and to not sacrifice the conversation.
Yeah, 100%. And would you say it's hard to balance your job and humanity at the same when it comes to interviewing people?
I think the only option I have is to approach what I do on air the same way I would approach you and I sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
And I don't take a different approach. There's people who in our world who take on characters, who become someone they're not when they're on air, and they go or on stage or whatever they do. It's an easy thing for them to do.
Aaron over here laughing.
Pointing at you.
Because she knows who I'm talking about with my
Yeah, so I mean, people tend to do that, and maybe that's their own way of separating their personal life and real life from the mayhem that is the entertainment business and broadcasting. It's so much easier for me just to keep it the same person.
Well, that's why you've been successful for 40 years, is being authentic to who you are. Because people can tell that. Like, I can tell when I'm being interviewed by someone who's just looking to get the next soundbite, and then someone who's looking to actually learn or want to get to a deeper level with you.
Yeah, and to be honest, one of the driving forces behind that for me is I'm asking questions I want to know about myself. And so I actually treat every interview as a learning opportunity of how I can be a better person. Yeah. Either by someone's mistakes or someone's successes or just perspectives. And each person I talk to, I try to take something and put it in my pocket that I can take and use as a building block for myself. Yeah. And either professionally or personally or whatever. So it has to be an honest line of questioning.
Yeah. Because if it's not, I feel like it just goes straight downhill.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I love people. I want to know how people tick. I mean, I've got a million questions for you, but that's not this platform.
Hey, if you could ask me any question right now, Stormy, what would you ask me?
What does 6-year-old Savannah look like?
Oh.
And who is she?
Geez.
What's her personality?
Dang, Stormy.
That's honest. I thought about this morning before we was going in there. Yeah. I actually was picturing this question, and I was just like, what is the one thing I don't know and would like to know about you? And I want to know what 6-year-old Savannah was like. I
don't ever remember being a kid.
Yeah.
I don't because of the hurt and trauma I endured, it was instant grow up.
Wow.
So I always remember I knew so much more than any other kids my age knew. I knew things I shouldn't know. I just remember there was always this conflicting feeling of I don't feel like anyone else. And I feel like that's why, I moved out at 17.
Yeah. You're an old soul.
Yeah. And I think because I've endured so much hurt. And so I don't ever remember really being a kid.
I think that's where the question comes from, because I don't hear you talk a lot about your childhood. I don't hear you talk about that time. And I'm going to teach you a little tip that I got from a therapist, a friend of mine.
Yes.
And this is so brilliant. When you deal with trauma, you're dealing with it in whatever level. I don't know the level of trauma you had, but trauma is trauma. It doesn't matter.
Trauma, yeah.
But say it's pretty extensive trauma. Most people in their life experience trauma this much. Mm-hmm. When people experience real trauma, like real trauma,
whether it's abuse or whatever,
they experience this much. Mm-hmm. So that means these people can't be asked to understand what this feels like.
Yeah.
So we tend to hold people accountable for
something they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't have the capacity to know.
Right. And so you shouldn't judge them for that. That's not their fault. But you can't expect them to know what this feels like.
Yeah.
And you can't blame them for only feeling this much. You know,
and that is, I will say, from someone who has experienced a deep level of trauma, you're just like, you hold people accountable, because you're like, how the hell do you not realize, like, this is how I feel, or this is what I'm going through?
Without saying, and if you say that, you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
And then what you all really have to do is just show compassion and empathy, and just say, you know, you're right. I mean, whatever they say about if they are trying to identify with your trauma, they're trying.
Yeah,
and
they're trying.
They're trying. And so you just gotta nod and go, yeah.
Yeah. And too, that's also the hard part too, is, you know, I started TV at 15 too.
That's nuts. So even though you didn't have much of a childhood that you remember, the rest of your childhood was on full display for all of the universe.
And so then I was working through, of course, because then I had gotten to an age where I could start to try to understand the level of trauma that I had endured. And then it's on TV for the world to see. And so now I'm trying to play a character that I think the world needs to see while trying to figure out who I am.
That's too much work.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. But I bet you don't do that anymore.
No, it wasn't until it was 3 years ago, maybe. I had finally, I had gotten engaged, called off my engagement, full on, like, just crisis. Meltdown. And was like, I've got to figure out what the hell is going on. I have to work through all this stuff I never worked through, because I took my trauma as fuel to, like, work,
to
so
hide
you don't
it,
have
to
to
overcome.
focus.
I call it chasing ghosts.
Wow.
So you're chasing a ghost. People either chase ghosts that they're never going to reach, or they're running away from a ghost they're never going to get away from. And I think that's what drives, but it also drives very successful people.
Yes.
Because they work harder at it, because they're running faster than most people are, because they want to catch whatever that thing is, or they've got to get away from whatever that thing is.
Yes. And I remember I went to On-Site, and I've been very public about it, because it was a game changer for me.
I'm very pro therapy.
Very pro therapy. And it took a long time, though, because I grew up in an atmosphere to where it was like, being from the South, you keep all your dirty laundry inside. You don't put it out for the world to, know. And so everything was kept super inside. So for so long, I was like, nah, a therapist can't help me, whatever. And then when I let it all out, I was like,
you felt 1,000 pounds lighter.
Yeah. I'm like, this works.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Did you do EDMR therapy?
I've done that. I've done neurofeedback.
Oh, nice.
Neurofeedback has been, that was
EDMR would be fascinating for you to really dive back into, only because that'll open up that little locked part of your childhood.
Yeah. Yeah. And the neurofeedback, have you tried it?
I don't even know what that is.
So there's a place here. It's called like Tennessee Neurofeedback. It's in Brentwood. And they put a cap on your head, and it like scans like your brain waves, and it shows actual like physical trauma,
where the trauma
emotional trauma, ADD, ADHD, all these things. And it shows it in your brain. And like, for instance, mine, like my scan came back and it was like, your brain is supposed to be like one side anxiety, one side depression, basically. Mine was just like constant back and forth. So I was never in one state for too long.
Yeah.
So that's why like my brain was always so exhausted, because it's just jumping back and forth between anxiety, depression. And then you do these sessions, and it's 30-minute sessions, and they put these different sensors on different parts of your head, and you just like watch Netflix, but like the screen's going in and out, you're hearing things.
Yeah.
And my fuse like got so much longer.
Yeah.
Like so much longer. My patience, my sleep got so much better. It was insane. I was like, at first I was like, this is like a hoax, like something about this, but it worked.
No, I love it. And even if, bottom line is, if you're willing to embrace the process, you're going to get something out of it regardless.
You have to, because that's where it starts. It is embracing it and wanting the help.
You have to do the work.
Yeah, no one else can want it for you. No, because I tried that. In relationships, do therapy. I can't be doing therapy and you not.
No, that's...
It never works.
You have to have both sides on board.
Yeah. And so for you, obviously, TV, radio, all entertainment as a whole, when was the point? Because I know it came. I just know from personal experience. When was the point that you were like, I can't do this anymore. I've got to get into therapy. I've got to get... You know, because I feel like you play a role for so long.
Mine really isn't a role. And I think it's who I am, and it's been a part of me for so long. My therapy doesn't have to do with my job, I guess, directly. But my therapy had to do with Route 91, the shooting in Vegas.
Okay.
And that was, October 1st, 2017.
And you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how much that truly affected me until I realized it truly affected me. And but you're talking about that aha moment where you just go, I can't do this on my own.
Yeah. Like
I cannot handle this trauma by myself.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even an option because I was like you. I grew up in Oklahoma, stubborn Okies. We don't need help.
Yeah. No.
And I sat on a couch for like 6 weeks. I'd go do the radio show. You know what? I take that back. That's the one time where I played a role. It was after that shooting where I had to go back on the air and pretend like everything was okay.
Yeah.
It was not okay for a long time, for weeks. And so that was one time where I actually, and I think that's why I had to go to therapy, because I felt really guilty. I felt like I was faking the audience. I felt like I was faking everybody and not taking care of myself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was the most valuable thing I ever did. And it's great to be able to talk about it. It's great to be able to work through it.
Well, that's when you know you've done the work, is when you can talk about your trauma.
Absolutely.
And be okay.
And to own the narrative.
Yes.
To know that maybe today I don't want to share all of it.
Yeah.
So we have different levels of what we share.
Yes.
So you have the summary.
You have the fluff.
Then you have the extended version, and then you got the full Monty for whoever's in for it.
Yeah.
You know,
because I know there were, the whole industry after that shooting. I mean,
it affected everybody.
Jason and Brittany were there, tons, and I just know from knowing them personally. Just that whole thing, I just remember it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was absolutely brutal. Then 5 years later, we had to relive it again with this documentary called 11 Minutes, which came out on Paramount and brought everything back up. And I didn't realize the impact that was going to have.
Now, was that therapeutic to you looking back or
yes, no? The process of doing the interview for the documentary was extremely therapeutic. What was not, which I did not anticipate, was a 2-week press tour promoting the documentary, where it was the same questions.
It's kind of like it should have just spoke for itself.
It should have, yeah. And I mean, I'm glad I did. And I'm glad people tuned in, because it's an important piece of history.
Yeah.
And it's an important perspective, multiple perspectives of what happened that night. And it's really a story of resiliency and love and compassion. And
because how this town came together.
Yeah, and how people help people. And that was the story. And that's why I wanted people to watch it. It's still available. But it was really important to get people to watch it. So I knew the value of doing that press tour. I just didn't anticipate the effect it would have on me.
Yeah, because it has an effect not only on you personally, but your family. I've met your wife. She's an angel.
She's amazing. And she was on the phone during the shooting. And so she heard the bullets, and she heard the screams, and she heard the chaos, everything, the sirens, the screams. She heard it all, but she had no visual to match with it.
And so that's
almost more traumatic.
Yeah.
So she actually endured as much or even more trauma than I did.
Wow. I will say that's too one of the PTSD, the neurofeedback I was talking about. It's one of the things it touches on as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But wow. See,
PTSD
and that's the thing is people don't realize when they just hear you on the radio. Because you've got a voice for radio, you, you do. Is that a diss?
No, that's fine.
What? What?
There's an old joke that says, "You've got a face for radio."
I'm done. You've got to pay. Hey,
I appreciate that.
That's hilarious. But like hearing you hear like how upbeat you are and how like it's just enjoyable to listen to.
Thank you.
And no one though would ever know.
And there was the lie.
Yeah.
And there was the lie. And that was a really traumatic thing to have to. I remember talking to my therapist about it. It's like, I feel like I'm a fake. I feel like I would love to be able to get on and just talk about how I really feel, but nobody wants to hear that driving to work.
Yeah.
Well, day in and day out.
Kind of the comparison, just like on TV, like all throughout the years, even like everything my parents have been going through, we were never allowed to speak about it.
Right.
So we felt like the liars. We felt like the fakes because we're like, we just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But executives would not allow us to speak about it.
Sure.
And so then we look like the liars and that we didn't talk about it. And
it's a catch-22.
It literally will eat you alive because I have gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I know who I am.
Right. Because you're working so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time that's ever happened in my life. And I'm sure for you too.
Yeah.
You know, it felt like except maybe when you first started and you were trying to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
But it's not a pleasant feeling.
No.
It's not a pleasant feeling, which makes me wonder about certain entertainers and certain people that do put on the mask. It's like, do they feel like they're faking or have they just accepted that is just an extension of themselves?
Well, see, it's crazy because I've talked to so many artists and the majority of them don't know who they are.
No.
Outside of an arena or a recording studio.
There are exceptions, but there's few.
There's few. And a lot of them, like, it's, well, who are you? Oh, I'm a musician. No, like, who are you? And a lot of them, that's what's so sad is because it's like, I've had a few on my podcast and sometimes it'll take 10 minutes. Sometimes it'll take 20 for you to finally be like, hey,
there you are.
There you are.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Finally, I know who you are and not what you do.
Right.
Which is, it's got to be exhausting.
That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
That's my goal. It's like a miner. You got a chisel and you're just like, tink, 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 tink,
Yeah.
tink. Gold!
And then,
you
get there, you're like, yes, I got it.
And there's an endorphin rush that comes with it.
Yeah.
Sitting in your seat. You know, it's really fun to have that moment where you just go, here we go.
Yeah.
Now it's like fishing. When you finally get a bite.
It opens up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you coming up, what do you have? You're going to be at Stagecoach.
Be at Stagecoach again. We'll be broadcasting on the highway the entire weekend.
That's going to be awesome. So I'm trying to potentially take my podcast to Stagecoach.
I know some people.
Hey, come on.
I know some people.
Come on. It could be so fun.
It'll be a blast.
I mean, regardless, I'm going to be there, but I would also love to do my podcast from there. So it could be fun.
Well, you go backstage at Stagecoach, it is absolutely filled with influencers, podcast hosts.
Yeah.
You know, there's bloggers, vloggers. It's
all the things.
Then there's room for everybody.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have you, hang
awesome.
out. That would be great.
Hey, y'all, Stormy and I, we've teased for years. I've always told him that I would be his co-host any day. I've said it.
You've mentioned that a few times today
already.
already.
I mentioned it. Come on, Stormy, pick it up. What's it with Garth, Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Come pick up the ball.
Pick up the ball.
I'm dropping you a bone. It's hysterical.
I'm done. So, okay, so you got Stagecoach.
Yep. Going to Australia again. I host a festival in Australia every year. It's been a couple of years since I've been there because of COVID. And probably the last time I was there was 2019.
Wow.
So it's going to be good to get back and see our friends down there. And
that's going to be awesome.
A huge, Morgan Wallen's going down this year and that's
going to be huge.
And then we did all the Country Thunder festivals all across the country in Canada this year. And they line up for those festivals. I mean, we have them in Arizona. We have them in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. We've got them in Kissimmee, Florida. We got them in Calgary and Craven up in Canada. And they're just everywhere. And they're so much fun.
And isn't that crazy that this is what you get to do for your job?
The neat thing about the travel part and the festival part for me, this is kind of a hack for what I do. It allows me the opportunity to actually see our audience up close and personal. So I get to know our audience instead of being here talking into a microphone and wondering who's watching.
Yeah,
we get to see who's listening and watching, I get direct feedback. And so it really helps me do a better job to see who our audience is.
Yeah.
And so that's,
well, for sure. Because when you can put a face, like that's what you remember.
Absolutely. So when I'm on the air, I'm picturing every face that I saw all summer long at a festival and remembering names of the people that I met and stories that they told and artists that they're in love with and what drives them to be country music fans. And without that, who am I? It goes back to the honesty thing. I can't be honest as a connector of fans and musicians and the country music lifestyle if I don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now, who would you say, I'm going to put you on the spot. So the best interview of all time, like one of your favorite artists to, has there been an artist that you've been like, you're an asshole or, okay.
I won't make
you say the name. I won't make you say the name.
Okay, well, I'll say the name because we got to hold people accountable. But it's not really an artist per se, but it's a celebrity,
Okay.
And I've talked about it. In fact, I threatened to not air his interview at all because he was so much of an ass.
What?
Wayne Brady. You know, the guy who was Let's Make a Deal and was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? And he's an improv actor and comedian and whatever. And I idolized him. He was like, I was so looking forward.
Worst?
Yeah, I was so looking forward to having him on the show. And I asked him a few questions and he answered them so condescendingly and like, what are you talking about?
Like, why are you even asking me that?
The one question that echoes in my head, I asked him, I said, so Wayne, I mean, you're one of the most accomplished singers, improv artists, actors, comedians, and you did this all by overcoming a speech impediment. And he goes, a what? A speech impediment? He goes, where'd you get that? I said, just about everywhere you read from your history, it's in there. And he goes, I had a stutter.
What?
He said, I had a stutter.
No way. I do know him.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, wait a minute, isn't that a speech impediment? And he goes, whatever. And then it went downhill from there.
Oh, no.
So it's really, I mean, maybe he had a really bad day. That's why I want to say, disclaimer, Wayne, let's do it again. Let's have fun because I would hate that to be the impression that I have.
Yeah. Well, and that's the biggest thing is I love being able to, no one's going to know that they need to make change unless they're called out on their actions.
Right.
And I have attempted to do that with people. And you'll get a response from someone that's like, for instance, like just people talking crap about me and my family. I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation face to face.
You might learn something.
Let's get the facts straight.
Yeah.
And whatever the facts are, I will take full accountability for them if they are in fact facts.
Yep.
I was like, but instead of talking about me, let's have a conversation face to face. And never once, taken up on the offer. And it's just going to continue to talk crap. And I'm like, that's where it's like the quality of people. It's like, I want someone to call me out if I do something wrong. And I want to be able to apologize, take accountability and say, you know what, now I can be better.
Yeah.
But you don't have a lot
100%.
of that.
Instead, you have people that sit there and goes, well, that's cute, but that's not my truth.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, but that is the truth.
That is the truth. There is not a your truth and my truth.
That's not that. No, that's not. And they're telling you that that's not your truth is not your truth. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part. So okay, wow. That was the tough. I couldn't imagine being in your seat for that interview.
It was horrible. And then I made the decision. I said, no, I'm running it straight up as it was. Because he needs to hear that.
And have you heard from him since?
No. But maybe down the line, like I said, I'm chalking it up to a bad day. So I forgive him. But at the same time, you asked the question, what was the toughest interview or interviewing an asshole? Yeah. That day he was an asshole. Yeah. So I don't say he is an asshole. That day he was an asshole.
Yeah. Well, hey, and too, it's like you called yourself one earlier, so it's like you can,
absolutely.
We all have crappy days.
I don't mind knowing when I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
You made me realize I was an asshole. So, it's fine. I don't mind that at all. It also, but what you were saying earlier, when other people are telling you or talking behind your back, there's a great quote. I think we talked about this when you were on our show. Okay. And it's something I teach everybody who comes onto our show, the young kids these days. I can't believe I'm calling kids. I was the kid. No, I'm not the kid anymore. But Nick and Macy who work for me, they're like 27, 28 years old. Yeah. And they're at a spot where they're being thrown into what you've been into since you were 15 years old. And that is the spotlight and everybody judging, everybody making their opinions, everybody talking behind your back. And the best survival tool I give them, and I gave myself, was that it is absolutely none of your business what other else thinks of you.
Yep. It's none of your business what someone else thinks of you.
Yep. And I live by that.
Yeah. Well, it's so true because you will literally, you'll bury yourself if you're so consumed about what other people say.
And you only read the negative comment. You could have 7 million positives, and that one negative will just go, ugh.
Yeah.
And it'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
So you can't let it.
And too, my thing is, it's like when I hear it, I use it as an opportunity to have a tough conversation. And actually, because when you get down to it and you start to converse with these people, it's like, they don't even know why they said what they said.
No.
Or they don't even know if their information is accurate or not.
It's because they lost their job the day before, or they got in a fight with their spouse, and they just need to vent.
Yeah.
And you just became a bullseye.
Yes.
And so it's just keyboard assault, random keyboard assault.
It really is. So 40 years you've been doing this. How much longer do you think you got left in you?
Did an interview. Do you know the name Ralph Emery? If you don't, that's okay.
Okay, no.
He's a legend in country music broadcasting, and he did it for a very long time. Started on radio, did television for TNN, the Nashville network, and on and on and on. And he was one of my heroes growing up. And we did an interview with him. The two of us were there. Actually, Evan Farmer from CMT was with us too. So it was the young gun, me, and the old legend. Not old, but just legend.
Yeah.
And it was just our perspectives on country music or whatever. And somebody asked that question. The interview goes, "How long do you want to do this?" I said, "Well, I'm not in this for the short flash. I'm in this for the Ralph Emery Hall."
Oh.
Meaning, I don't plan on going anywhere. I hope I don't. If I'm still doing this when I'm close to 80, like my dear friend Charlie Monk did until he passed away, he was on the air.
He was a legend
on Sirius XM until the week before he passed away.
Wow.
And so, that's what I want to do. It's like Willie Nelson. I don't know for a fact, but I could only dream that his desire is to die on stage or die going to another show. Being stagnant probably isn't one of the ways he wants to go. And Charlie Daniels, I think, honestly, in my opinion, and his wife and his child and everybody who worked with him would agree that probably what killed him more than anything was the heartbreak of not going town to town and playing shows. And that it was stressing that he couldn't pay his staff. He couldn't pay his band. He couldn't, by not moving during COVID, there was a lot of stress that came with it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like with these musicians and stuff, it's not just them. It's
a staff of 40 people.
Literally.
Yeah, you're running it's not Charlie Daniels, it's Charlie Daniels Enterprises, Jason Aldean LLC, Brad Paisley Incorporated, and it's just they're on the name, but it takes an army, and they are responsible for providing for that army.
Yeah, that is so true.
It's a lot of stress.
It is. I mean, I know the little bit I have in my life. I couldn't imagine having that many people and families and kids that are really relying on me to do the best
absolutely
that I can do.
And now they do their part to make you your best,
yes.
But at the same time, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. But if I'm still doing this in my 70s, I'd be the happiest man in the world.
I would still listen to you in your 70s.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I would.
It'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Last question I've got for you.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest feud?
Oh, by the way, this is a guitar string that Charlie Daniels played Amazing Grace on at our friend Troy Gentry's funeral with Montgomery Gentry.
No.
After he died in the helicopter wreck, we did his funeral, and Angela, who worked with Charlie Daniels, grabbed the guitar string off Charlie's guitar after he played Amazing Grace and made a bracelet out of it.
That is amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Holy cow. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
I was just looking at it like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's amazing. And it's still such a God thing that I wish I would have done my research to that caliber.
I want that shirt.
Hey, I mean, I
don't think
it would fit, but I'll give it to you.
All right, what's your question?
Your biggest feud that you've been in with an artist since being on air.
I don't think this would be a secret. Clay Walker.
Really?
Clay Walker. It's an interesting. We started our relationship in an odd way. It went back and forth for many years, to the point where I think we finally just went, why are we like this? Why can't we just, and more, he was actually the one who kept coming after me going, I don't know what I did, but can we fix it? And I'm like, yeah, this is dumb. And so we're dear friends now, but it went on for years.
What was it? It was just
I don't know. It was just I didn't connect with him.
Okay.
And that's really hard for me to face. Like if I don't, it's like something's not right.
Yeah, if we're not connecting, it's just like it pisses you off.
It pisses me off, and I think I took it out on him.
Yeah.
That we weren't gelling. And so Clay, I'm sorry, pal. Jeez, forgive me. Here we go again. What is this? The stormy apology tour?
I know.
God.
Seriously.
I know.
I've pulled it out of you.
Wayne, I'll apologize if I pissed you off too. Wayne Brady. I mean, it's like, Savannah, I'll apologize again. Jeez.
3 apologies.
Who else? Anybody else? My gosh, it's confessional. To anybody out there who have hurt in any way possible, I am truly sorry.
And do I actually believe that when you say that?
I do believe that. And it's you get to a point where it's like, why do we hold this shit?
Well, and that's the best part is whenever you get to the end of an argument with someone and you're like, wait, what are we doing? Why was I even pissed off to begin with?
It's stupid. And I'm a Pisces. I don't stay mad long.
I don't get all that.
See, I don't stay mad long.
Okay.
Basically, it's just my personality. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. I'm a Pisces. I mean, I'm like, I am all positivity. I am all thing. I don't like negativity. I don't like conflict. I don't like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I have no place for it. And if I'm in a bad mood, it pisses me off. Not because it's the bad mood, but just because I'm eating and losing time that I could be positive.
Yes, that is so true.
And I feed off positivity. And so bad moods piss me off.
So like, what does it mean? I know I'm a Leo, but like, what does that mean?
You're aggressive.
She's an 8.
Oh, and she's an 8. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are we compatible?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, we're probably very compatible.
See?
I know.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and too, MC. Because our birthdays are that month.
That's so true. Oh my God. See, and that makes total sense. And that's why the compatibility is there.
See, It's there. We've cracked the code.
Look at that.
We have cracked the code.
Dig it.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Oh, yes, y'all. This is big. Okay.
Okay. So you're not the only one with a podcast. I've got one called Exit 209 with Stormy Warren.
Stop. I love that.
And it's everywhere you can find your favorite podcasts.
You got to hold it up better.
Yep. I'm sorry.
There we go.
And there we go. Or over to this camera, or this camera. I don't care.
Yes. So it's Apple Podcast or Apple
Stitcher,
Podcast, Spotify, Amazon.
Anywhere you can find your podcast, and Sirius XM app, wherever. We're on our 3rd season. It just started with Kelsey Ballerini, and we've got Cole Swindell, we got Lainey Wilson, we've got Tim McGraw. We've got, in the past episodes, we've had Blake Shelton, Keith Urban, Florida Georgia Line, Carrie Underwood, Ashley McBride, Miranda Lambert.
And what's the premise of it?
It's Exit 209 is this is yours, by the way.
Yay! I love me a good hoodie.
I know, it's a cozy hoodie. They're very soft on the inside, so don't wash it.
Okay.
It takes an artist's life from birth, their very first memories, to their first big break, when they knew they were going to be doing this for a living. And they finally, whether it was their 4th #1, whether it was an award, or whether it was a platinum album, or whether it was even just their first #1, whatever in their mind was their first big break. And some of them are really cool because some of them feel that they haven't had it yet.
Yeah.
And and they admit it. They're like, I'm still looking for the first big break. Even though they've had a ton of success, they still don't feel like they've made it. Like Gary Allen feels that way, and some other artists that I talk to.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but that also, that comes from
the drive.
Trauma at some point.
The drive. We're talking about chasing the ghost.
Yes, because you feel like enough is never enough.
Yeah, and so that's why this podcast, this series is so fun.
Is it on video too, or just audio?
It's video and audio. It's.
All right, is it on YouTube?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not
okay,
yet.
Well, I'm going to watch it wherever I can watch it, because now I'm
fun.
like very invested in this.
And the neat thing is the story never changes, because birth to your first big break, that's a piece of history that you can't change.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm asking about your brand new project or your brand new album, which will get dated. It's just like, this is a part of their life that will never change. So their story can live on forever. There's going to be coffee table books. There's going to be all kinds of things.
Exactly.
You know?
That is awesome. So Exit 209.
Yep.
Stormy Warren.
Thank you.
I'm honestly really excited for this, because everyone knows I love music. Music has always been therapy for me.
Yep.
And
you'll love this.
I'm so excited. And I genuinely am. I would not say I was if I wasn't. So.
And I feel completely unlocked.
See, I got you unlocked today.
You got me unlocked.
Confessional
Yeah,
apologies
I know
today.
exactly, man. I feel released. I feel.
Since you guys have started to be more vulnerable, have you realized that it doesn't drag people down as much as you thought it would?
100%.
Yeah. I think for me, I've had to work on starting this podcast. The biggest hurdle I've had to overcome is not, our show really was a scripted comedy for the most part.
100%.
Like, it was not reality. It was very much a comedy. So I remember, like, we could be fighting. Our whole world could be falling apart. Then we walk out the doors, you put a smile on your face and you laugh because we were always told no one wants to leave feeling worse about their life than when they came.
Correct.
So I've had to try to become more vulnerable and talk about my hardships. And I have learned that throughout that process, it's created a deeper connection with my followers, listeners.
Well, because they believe you.
Yeah.
They believe you. What you thought you were putting out there was believability, but you were presenting 50% of yourself. And if they see that there's another side, a truthful side, an honest, vulnerable side, it doesn't mean you have to live there.
Yeah.
But if you show it and you show that you could go there and show that there is an honest foundation of some pain and some obstacles and struggles along the way, it becomes. Now, I know some other people who do this for a living that take it the other direction, and that's all they share is their trauma, their darkness, their their struggles, and that's one way too. But sometimes you need to show the light too.
Yeah,
and you got to show the light too. So if there's a balance, I think we're people. We have all these emotions. There's no one who doesn't have the spectrum of emotions. For
sure. So was there a point in time after the shooting that you came on air and were like, hey, this is how I'm really feeling? Yeah,
I had to admit it eventually that it's like, man, I'm sorry. This is hard. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to do my best. I want to play, goofy games and I want to laugh and I'm going to do my best to do so because that's what you all need to get to work.
Yeah.
So afternoon drive, totally different deal. Overnights, totally different deal. But the demo for a morning drive show is people wanting us as their second cup of coffee.
Like, you can do it.
Yeah, it's like you go. And so I had to apologize and be honest a few times and just say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to stay this way forever, but there's still a lot of healing that needs to get done. And if you'll just take the ride with me, we're going to get there.
And did you see your audience become more connected?
100%. 100%.
So what you were most afraid of?
Mm-hmm. In fact, we wanted to stay off the air for a week after the shooting because I thought I'm not going to be worth anything to anybody. And when we finally came back on the air for a full show, we did one little thing a couple of days after the shooting. And for a full show, the amount of response that came back of like, we don't care, you're just here. It's just like, we needed to hear your voice. We needed to know you're okay. Even if you're not okay, you're okay. You're here.
You're here.
And you're a part. So it's like, we're now connected again. And that was a revelation of such importance that it's a blessing. And it was a blessing to feel that embrace.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh crap, I can be real. It took a lot of weight off.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I have so much love and respect for you.
Right back at you. I mean, man, you are a trooper, man.
Hey, you got to make the most of it.
I love you.
Thank you.